Live from the John's Refrigeration Media Center at the East Valley Institute of Technology, this is 88.7 The Pulse, KPNG, Chandler, Phoenix, and KVIT, Apache Junction, Goldfield, Ghost Town, Arizona. This is Wrench Nation. Car talk, car culture, car tips, car music, all that is car. Wrench Nation Car Talk. Call or text your questions now. 480-655-8870 with your hosts, Frank and Steve.
What is happening, people? Frank here. Steve is off, and we've got Wally Cahill. Welcome back to Wrench Nation. You mechanical maniacs, we so appreciate you. I don't know if you heard, but we got to get a little clappity-clap in here. We've got the 100th show, yeah, and we have all the gratitude to you guys. You've hung out with us for so long, whether you caught it on the replay, on iTunes. You know, we have talked about this in the past, about the show being a premise of car care tips, car care culture. We want to take you on a journey. And I've always said to you guys that, man, this is like therapy for me. Wally Cahill's in studio. Welcome, Wally.
Hey, thanks a lot, Frank. I'll tell you, you don't look a day over 61.
I'm telling you. And, you know, I'll be honest with you guys, before we go in a little deeper here, I want to share something personal. I mentioned it on Facebook. A lot of you tuning in had said, hey, Frank, what happened to 2 hours? And look, dude, writing 8 segments is a lot of work. Running a garage is a lot of work when you're doing it right. And I believe wholeheartedly in never compromising the content for you guys. And so I appreciate you. I do want to tell you that Steve is not in studio. We didn't kick him out. Steve is actually on a family emergency. He may be listening. Steve, I love you, brother. And we celebrate this 100 Big Daddy show with you. And we certainly appreciate you guys. So as always, man, you guys, this is your show, 480-655-8870. We tried to Facebook Live, and we actually did a few tests, Wally, and it worked out on the tests. But Mr. Mark Zuckerberg, he's messing with us today, because when we went to go live, it said, you're violating policies. I'm like, what am I violating?
No,
what?
Didn't they just violate a policy? Didn't I just hear that on the news?
Yeah, they're violating a lot. What'd you hear?
I'm thinking.
Privacy.
Yeah, privacy is a big deal to a lot of people. So, folks, if you're out there in the cyber world, know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Know that everybody is seeing it.
Yeah.
Don't be a fool.
It is true. I mean, it's happened to me personally. Somebody scraped my photo. Not that I'm not no celebrity, but they scraped my photo and they put it up on the internet. It was a large internet magazine, and they said something to the effect of, "This mechanic shows used car scams." They changed and I told my wife, I said, "What can we do?" You can't do nothing, people, unless it's, I guess, what, trademarked, Wally?
Well, it's got to be trademarked. It's got to be a lot of things. And then you got to find out who did it, what country they're in,
oh, good luck
where
there.
in the world they are.
Hey, I got some great Russian friends, but all your cousins, hey, I ain't blaming the Russians totally, but a lot of that stuff's happening. But welcome back, guys, your Car Care Show. You guys know you can call us always. We stop the show for any of your car care questions, whether you have a check engine light, brakes. Maybe you've got an estimate. We always tell you that some of those estimates, maybe you don't have a relationship with a new car dealer or an independent shop. We always are here for you, 480-655-8870. We had a great weekend, Wally, in California. I was just super grateful. We also have Bree in studio. Bree is helping us with the board. Thank you, Bree.
Yeah, anytime. Holler at you. And thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And Bree, we spent some time at the Wheels and Waves, and I think we got some tape with Fireball Tim. Let's play some tape.
This is our 18th show here at the Malibu Country Mart. Very excited, very happy to them. This particular show is driven by the people that come to it.
Fireball. Tell us the origin of the name. Everybody's got to know about Fireball.
Well, it's what my mom yelled as I was making it into the world.
What was your favorite car design?
That's a hard one. For me, it was probably the first one because I didn't know that I could do that kind of thing. It's like I love drawing cars. I didn't know there was a school you could go to where they actually taught that. and I found out about Art Center, and I went and followed through with that. And then I realized, early on that cars for movies, like the Batmobile from the original series, those had to be designed by people. And one thing led to another, and I got an opportunity to design the first Batmobile for the Michael Keaton film, and then subsequently about 400 films. And then it kind of transferred into not just designing, but supporting car culture. Ken and I got together, and a lot of the friends here at the show got together, and now I've created an online series that hits about 30 million households called Fireball Malibu Vlog. Daily basis, we get to feature cool stuff in car culture.
We've got a builder, Ken Vila, in-house, Wicked Customs. Tell us how you got your start.
The whole thing was actually the movie industry, the Batmobile, the original Batmobile. When I saw that back in the day, from seeing that, it's like I want to do that. I want to be able to build something that cool. Because it just inspired me.
Yeah, so we had a good time. You guys, listen. A lot of you. First things first, I got to tell you, Ken Vela. I mispronounced the name. I do apologize. I was thinking, what is the house?
Bob Velo.
That's what I was. Sorry, Ken.
Yeah.
But guess what, people? You hang on, because segment 3, man, we've got Ken Vela calling in from Wicked Customs. I just gotta speak more on what Fireball Tim is making happen out there, Southern California. First off, Fireball's been around, man. He's behind some pretty cool designs. Batman. Of course, Keating era of the Batmobile. G.I. Joe. He's done vehicles, G.I. Joe, Jurassic Park, Knight Rider, Gone in 60 Seconds. He's hosted car shows on Discovery. The man has been around. But you know what I say, Wally? It doesn't even really matter if you're not heart.
Absolutely. And he loves what he does and does what he loves.
Absolutely. And what he's doing is he's bringing people together. So I'm proposing this to all of you out there. You're going to go to Disneyland for the weekend. You're going to leave Phoenix. Maybe you're coming in from, Nevada, whatever. You're going to Disneyland. I invite you, head over to Fireball Tim's vlog, fireballtim.com. Get on his vlog. Incredible journey. He takes you to amazing places in car culture and people. And visit his Wheels and Waves every third Sunday. If you're going to Disneyland, head down. Bree, would you go to Disneyland and visit Fireball?
Woohoo!
That's it.
Go.
Now, he's at Gladstone's, right?
Yeah.
In Malibu there is where he does it?
Well, he's at the Malibu Country Mart.
Okay.
And he's been out there, I think, 18 shows, as he said. So we'll have Ken Vila, but first we are going to cover some shout-outs, people. Well, all right, so yeah, that's what I'm talking about, a little extended delay. Shout-outs for you mechanical maniacs. All right, all my Chandler peeps. We're down at Desert Car Care Chandler. I am not self-promoting, but right now, there is the Battle of the Burbs, people. That means that you can vote on your favorite suburb, and I am saying Chandler, baby. Get on a Facebook. Vote for Chandler. All my Gilbert, Queen Creek peeps, I know you're going to be calling in. But the Battle of the Burbs, vote Chandler, and we can win a concert, people, happening. So get on to Battle of the Burbs and vote Chandler. If you're not too sure, reach out to me personally, but we need you to vote. Get onto your Facebook. And you guys stay tuned. We are going to take you on a journey. We're going to highlight some of those awesome shows that we've had over the 100 shows, man. You guys are incredible. You've been on the journey. Wally Cahill in the studio, of course, Bree, and myself, Frank Lloyd. Stay tuned. We got Wrench Nation coming to you right back.
This is Wrench Nation with your hosts, Frank and Steve.
Well, welcome back, guys. Steve is not in-house. Steve, we love you, brother. Steve is on family leave, emergency. We celebrate with you. Welcome back, you mechanical maniacs. Hanging out with the Wrench Nation Car Talk Show. And one thing I got to tell you before we dive in, we have, you know how we do, we love to give, we have some giveaways, people. We beat up our vendors and we tell them, hey, give us that because people want it. We've got this Steelman Pro Slim Profile Rechargeable Headlamp. It's probably about a $70 value, guys. It's LED. Whether you're in your garage, hanging out, doing some weekend warrior stuff, or, hey, you're one of our professional automotive technicians, you'd love this. Caller 10-480-655-8800. 8870. You can certainly text. And I did want to apologize. Facebook put us in jail, Wally. We could not live stream, and I was so looking forward to that because I love communicating with you guys. We do have some news to cover, and there are some pretty interesting things going on. You guys know that we have talked about this in the past. Automotive, autonomous situations happening. You guys got to know. I was really surprised to hear about this. The first death.
Yes.
That happened, Wally, with the autonomous platform.
What a shame. What a shame to start with. First of all, heartfelt, condolences out to the family of the lady that got run over.
Any vehicular situation like that
yes,
is always...
exactly. You never want to see that. I have to not come down on Uber as bad as I want to, because the lady was crossing mid-street at night in the dark with her bicycle and she was walking. Now, somewhere along the line, we have to be responsible for ourselves, meaning don't walk out in front of the freaking car.
Yeah, and really, guys, this isn't, lady dies and we're beating up that situation.
No.
It was tragic. They are going to pull data ultimately, and quite frankly, I about an hour ago I went online to see if I can pull any fresh news, and no, most of the news is a day or two. But that self-driving Uber, that Volvo XC90, tragically killed a pedestrian. Yes, you were right. As pedestrians, do we always follow the laws? I mean,
well, as someone that tests cars quite frequently, I remember when Volvo first came out with their pedestrian package for safety.
Yeah, which was sonar, radar. What were they?
Well, it was sonar and radar both.
Yeah.
And during the test, it actually failed and hit the sales guy that was standing out in front. Yeah. So again, all this great technology is really, really good if we can harness it. And then at what point do we become so comfortable with it that we forget how to really look out for ourselves?
I think that's what's happening, man.
Yes.
I mean, do we really need autonomous? I talk a lot about autonomous. I think it's cool technology, but why are we doing autonomous?
Well, okay, what it needs to be in my book, it either needs to be all or none. Don't mix the two.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, there was the pilot behind this autonomous, and it was in autonomous mode on this Volvo. But still, the big question, and if you guys want to chime in, let us know, 480-655-8870, why autonomous? For you and I, not the fleet industry.
Right, because we've seen the 18-wheelers on the road here, too, in Arizona being tested.
Yeah.
Over the road, big rigs driving themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that because that's an controlled environment. I know Michigan is playing around with sections of their road. They're trying to test all that out there. It is tragic. Of course, all of the autonomous platforms right now, they're on standby. They pull that out. Police are investigating. Of course, you're going to have NHTSA involved. And I think we can learn some things. I mean, ultimately, they're going to retrieve data, but I don't think you're going to change pedestrian ways, jaywalking, not crossing in the...
Nope.
I mean, again, our hearts go out to this young lady. There's no doubt about it.
No, speaking of getting data and actually learning something from it, I learned something about Uber that I didn't know before, and I don't know that anybody else picked up on it or not. You can be a convicted felon and drive for Uber.
Well, yeah, we've covered some of that in the past. Well, I'll share a story with you. I mean, in the garage, I do a lot of Lyft for my clients that come in and get service. We spend quite a bit of money on that because that's part of convenience. And hey, Uber, I may get some hate mail for this, but we found that Uber was a little rough. We use Lyft, and we've had success. So, hey, guys, remember, 480-655-8870. Call now. Number 10, Steelman Pro Slim Profile Rechargeable Headline, people.
And they work great.
They do.
I've got one.
This is like a professional technician grade. This isn't something we picked up at Circle K or 7-Eleven on the way to the show. This is really cool, and I want to celebrate with you. Caller 10 or text number 10, 480-655-8870. All right, so we're kind of diving in, Wally. We want to go back into history, and we want to kind of go into some of the shows. We had a lot of great shows, and quite frankly, we had a couple of, I want to hit the silent button, blankety blank shows. This is a journey where I'm not a professional broadcaster.
No, and the fun part of it is it's real and you're listening.
And it's raw. It's all us, man. It's a journey. We're going to make a few mistakes. I think that's okay. But I wanted to highlight something that was near and dear to me. I know we've talked about it, Wally, in the past, and a lot of you technicians out there feel the same way. A lot of you consumers, a lot of you that are actually getting professional automotive service, whether it's at the dealer or an independent, we talked about the major strides that women as younger technicians are making. So we went back and dove in. We had John, Mercedes AMG technician. He explained the major changes that are happening with Mercedes in terms of women making strides.
So you were early talking about how a parent would feel or how someone would feel if their daughter got into the automotive.
Yeah, tell us about that.
And I work in the Mercedes industry, and I've had a lot of experience with actually women that are working in the shop as technicians.
Awesome.
But one of the interesting things about Mercedes is you got the AMG program that's the highest level of performance engines that they make, and their motto is one man, one engine. And on every engine, there are plaques signed by the mechanic, by the engine builder who made it.
Wow.
Well, last year, a couple of years ago, they got their first 2 female engine builders.
Oh. Okay, nice.
So now it's one person, one engine.
There you go.
Well, I think you make a good point, John, and thanks for calling in.
It has to start from the top.
It does have to. I think we've branded, the Germans call it das Mensch, the Mensch, the men. We fix cars. We're men. But I think that's old school. That's gone.
It is.
Yeah, so that was a very interesting point. Traditionally, Mercedes, was all testosterone, really, way back when. And so for this technician to call in and Mercedes to sort of start at that top and change their culture was really huge. And so we've had Patrice Banks going back, I think it was show number 40. Patrice Banks out of Philly, an amazing operator. She's quite vocal and spirited for positive change with women and younger female technicians. She's nationally renowned, guys. I mean, she's been on, she's done the publicity circuit, and she talks here about how she went from airhead to gearhead. Patrice Banks.
Because of my story, and I talk about, I was an auto airhead, I felt taken advantage of. A lot of places think that I'm trying to talk bad about the industry. I'm saying mechanics take advantage of women, and that's not really what I'm saying. My story is my story. I'm here to help. Women are the number one customer, and I'm trying to get you to connect with them.
Sure.
I feel like as a woman, as someone who is my ideal customer that was an auto airhead, and I've learned how to relate to them, how to talk to them, how to ease their concerns, and I just want to help, and any other companies out here in the automotive industry, repair shops or dealerships that want to get in and say, hey, we understand your movement, we understand your vision.
I mean, that's pretty powerful, Wally.
Absolutely. Women are everywhere, and the whole Me Too movement out there right now, I think women are getting a little shot of testosterone.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, before we get to this caller who's actually going to chime in a minute, I think it's important. And I always said, man, we had pinup calendars in the garage. I mean,
I still do.
I mean, that's...
It's not a dude either. Not a dude.
I just want to tell you one more clip. Patrice, what advice do you have for younger female mechanics up and coming? Hit it.
I would say to her, don't lose confidence and make sure I'm going to use a term that Sheryl Sandberg uses, to sit at the table or lean in and, step up.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's about. I want to give a big shout out to Patrice Banks. You guys can hashtag SheCanic. Of course, she's out of Philly, and she's doing incredible things. We have the $4,000 women's scholarship for a student here at East Valley Institute of Technology. We raise that money every year. That's coming up. We'll probably do that latter part of April, May. We'll be announcing that. We got a caller online. Who do we got on the line here?
Well, we did have a caller, and then we had a winner. So, Cody, if you want to call in, we'll put you on air, but you are lucky number 10, so that's Cody.
Big Daddy Cody, this is a Steelman Pro. Listen to me. You will be salivating. This is a slim profile. If you got a big forehead, it'll work. If you got a small forehead, it'll work. This is an amazing 250 lumens LED light. I'm telling you. Call back. If not, we're going to keep moving. So I thought it was fitting, man. We had so many folks call in over the past year or so, and we actually were spirited. You guys know that we started the Women's Scholarship because a few of you called. A few of you reached out on Wrench Nation Facebook and said, my uncle said, Bree, hey, my uncle said, you better not do, you just better off not. And here's a woman, a young lady, who's passionate. She's got the passion right in her gut, and she wants to do what she wants to do. So I thought it fitting to start off with that. Again, hashtag #SheCanic. Patrice Banks, she's doing incredible things, as well as the gentleman earlier calling about what Mercedes is doing on a high-level corporate. I want to give one last play out. Of course, Car Life here in the Valley, 3 locations serving you. We had Elsie Wilford. I thought this was important, ladies. What is it that you truly don't like when you go in to see a mechanic? Hit it.
Jargon is incredibly upsetting for someone that doesn't understand the mechanics of what we do and what we're talking about. It causes fear. And I think that's why so many women hate our industry.
Yeah. Well, have you been in a situation around cars, Wally, where maybe dealing with the ladies, and you just went high altitude, way over?
Well, it doesn't take much to do it, but you really have to check yourself. You know, from a mechanic standpoint, male or female, when you're talking to anyone, not everybody lives and breathes auto mechanics like I do.
Yeah.
So you got to respect that.
I would argue that most don't. I mean, just as a woman myself that goes into the garage and the shop, I can't tell you how thankful I am to have a good shop out there. Yeah. And to have built that relationship, but it took time, it took trust, and I think we might have Cody on the line. So,
Cody, let's bring in Cody.
You guys are ready for that? We got about 1 minute.
Cody, what is happening, Mr. Cody? Are you there? I think we're getting you connected. All right, Cody, what is happening, buddy? Cody?
Shh, Cody, if you can hear us, I think you want that Steelman.
Cody. All right, Cody's not there. Cody, try again. But back to that point before we break away, and we got Ken Vela, Wicked Customs, coming by. Yeah, I struggle a little bit, honestly. I mean, our garage has been around for a while. I've been in business since '95 in general, and we had to make some changes. And I've got Jessica, Susie, myself, and a great team, but we break it down to basics, and more importantly, you guys got to walk away knowing that you're feeling empowered for your wallet. If it gets too technical, you're going to get foggy, and that may be some bamboozlement. So you guys stay tuned. I got the legendary Ken Vela, Wicked Customs, coming up next on Wrench Nation.
Wrench Nation Car Talk. Call or text your questions now. 480-655-8870.
Welcome back, guys. Frank here. Steve, of course, he's on emergency leave. Steve, we love you. If you're listening to the show, baby, we celebrate with you. 100. We got Wally Cahill. Of course, Wally Cahill, AZ family. What do you got on your nose? Do you have something on your nose?
What are you seeing something?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe too much. I don't know. We'll talk about that. Welcome back, you mechanical maniacs. We are so grateful. We love you guys, man. If you're catching this on the replay podcast, we certainly appreciate you. We are diving in. We're just kind of quietly celebrating. We couldn't light up any fireworks. I was hoping we could do like an outdoor show for the 100, because I tell you, I'd have hired some fireworks and celebrated with my best peoples and my friends, and of course, you listening. Without you guys, between Facebook and all the social media and actually listening live here on the show, man, you guys have no idea. I really am grateful. We're going to make this stronger, and we are always here for your car care, 480-655-8870. We're family, baby, and that's what it's about. We have, I think I got to get some drum roll music here. Bree, oh my goodness, who do we got on the phone? Oh, wait, the sound levels were a little goofy. We have Mr. Ken Vela. What is happening, brother?
Hey, Frank, how are you?
Good. We're just really, Bree's helping us on the board. Bree, she's doing an awesome job. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Awesome.
She is.
It was carte blanche, red carpet, everything. It was
yeah.
so cool.
Of course, Steve, most of the station and listeners of 88.7 The Pulse know Steve's on Family Emergency. And so we are running and gunning it. But, Ken, I got to ask you something, Ken.
Yes,
we
sir.
met over in Malibu, and not only did we hit it off, but we wore like the same colors, brother. We had
yeah, we did. We did.
Which I
Brothers
thought,
from another mother, or we could say we're sisters, right?
yeah, no doubt, man. It's all good. So
a little bit of bromance happening there.
hey, why not, man? We could all relate. It's all good. Ken Vela, and forgive me, I have up until this point mispronounced the last name. It's Vela, right?
Yeah, I was going to let that go because I hear that my name so often, and it's neat to hear a little twist to it, so I was going to let it go.
I kind of like that if it's okay. I mean,
But it's like Italian, it's like New York, it just kind of fits. You know?
Yeah, no doubt about it. So tell us, Wicked Customs. We want to dive in a little bit.
Sure.
Tell us your story, and take us back to George Barris, of course, legendary Barris Customs. You kind of worked with George. Tell us about that.
Yeah, as a kid watching the original Batman with the 1966 and seeing all that, the Batmobile just, before your eyes, and there was no way to pause it, to really study the car. It was always elusive. And to be able to now fast forward all the way here, now out in California, this was from Indiana, to actually meet him, the family, spend time, and actually sit in the Batmobile. It was quite amazing, and that's actually what got me started in this whole custom car thing. Being able to do that, I had no idea just where this was going to go, and be able to just immerse myself, as a kid, all the way now, to today.
Yeah, and today is passion, it's inspiration, and it does start. I mean, it's Wally. You tinkered around, and you started off young, and you had the inspiration to.
Absolutely. Grew up in a truck stop. Remember seeing the first episode of Batman, back in the 60s. Pow, Biff, Sacco.
Yeah. And so what's really cool, fast forwarding today, with Wicked Customs, your garage, tell us about the Porsche that you were involved in that. I saw a picture of that 57 Chevy. I kind of drooled all over my left lip there.
Yeah, that's one of my babies. Well, I was in the medical field for about 20 years. After that, I had to do something a little bit different, but that passion just never goes away when you have it. When that car bug is in you, it's in there forever. And I says, well, when I come back, I need to build something pretty crazy, and that's when I come up with a 356 Porsche Speedster. That's just that's out of control. It's running over 600 horsepower with nitrous. We're running a
wow. You didn't mess around. Now, see, you got to represent Southern California, man. You can't mess around.
No, well, that's the whole thing. If you're going to do something, it's got to be good, and we're running nitrous out of it. It's got a purge out of the Pegasus out of the fenders. I don't know if you saw that.
Wow.
It's got the electric deck lid that opens and closes just like the new Porsches do. To let air in and so on and so forth. So it's got a 911 5-speed in it, 15 by 10 center lines in the rears, flared, and 15 by 9s in the front, all track tires, 9-point roll cage. I mean, we threw everything at it, and the thing's it's a blast. It's just a total blast.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So Ken, I got to ask you, do you go up and run Palos Verdes?
Well, I've actually been up there a few times, but actually my favorite, of course, is Willow Springs, the fastest track in the West.
Okay, there you go.
The big, oh, gosh, that's where we broke it in. That's where I blew my first motor, and then I said, no, that's when that happened. So I built this crazy machine, and it handles really well. But basically, it's to me, it's just art and sharing with the people or the public what we can do on that aspect of it. The imagination, the passion. Really, there's no limit what you can do. It's all about the money. If you have the money, you can make your vehicle whatever it is, anything.
That's right, cubic dollars.
Yeah. But Ken, we got a lot of younger, in fact, just in general, a lot of our audience, whether they be technicians in the garage or consumers or just enthusiasts, man, you've got you have a blog, and what you had in a headline was greatness is not shy. Your passion is your superpower. I mean, that's large. That's huge, man.
Yeah. it's there. It's real, and if you just tune into it, anything can pretty much happen. You just keep your mind on it. The passion which just keeps driving you, and don't let it go. And every time something happens or the wrong way, you just jump back on it and get it and just keep going. Because your vision, the future is where you're at. You just don't lose hold of that point that you want to go.
Every day a new day, man. We always say that. We've got a lot of younger technicians reaching out to us on a daily basis, man. Can we talk a little bit about Hot Wheels?
Sure.
Yeah, tell the people, what are you doing, man? You got stuff cooking.
Yeah, that's the whole idea too. As far as my whole thing is wanting to inspire people, of all ages. And where do we start? When we were little kids, do you remember your first Hot Wheel?
Yeah, it was a station
wagon. Do you remember it?
Yes, it was an orange crate.
Oh,
there you go. Yeah. There you go. Now, do you still have it? That's the big thing.
Oh no.
Wait a minute, Wally, you don't have your Hot Wheels?
Nah, man, some big dude came in and took it from me.
Was that your older brother?
No, it was
from me. I don't have mine either, so it's okay. We're on the same page. but at the Hot Wheels garage, once a month, I work with the driving museum, automobile driving museum, and once a month we open I call them the magic orange doors, and that's where the life-size Hot Wheels are. And it enables us to share with the kids, the families. I mean, it's just such a blast to see the smiling faces and inspiring. The kids get a chance to see the cars and play with with those little Hot Wheels. And again, it's so warming for the heart to see. This is the next generation.
Yeah, no doubt.
You remember the first time we got hooked. What car hooked you?
Absolutely, and that's in conjunction with the Automobile Driving Museum out in El Segundo. What I tell you, people, is this.
Correct.
You got to go out to the ADM, the Automobile Driving Museum. Check out the Hot Wheels garage. They've got these wonderful life-size Hot Wheel cars. Ken Vila, that's right, we said it, Vila. You got to go and check out Ken. But Ken, you're also at Toys for Tots Center. You've got the all-girl car show happening as well, coming up March 24th. Lots of activity out there.
Yeah, it's a great venue. You definitely want to check it out. There's so much information, but definitely go online and check that out, theadm.org. But as far as the Hot Wheels garage, that's every month, and it's listed up there and again, it's for the families to bring. It's a $10 donation that gets you in to play in the stations, and then also you can get into the museum as well on top of that. So I love hosting an event, emceeing the event. I absolutely just love it.
Well, brother, we are so grateful that you called in, and I got to tell you, big hugs to you and Fireball. You guys were so gracious out there in Malibu when I came to see you. We're going to be looking for you. Any announcements, please contact us, and let's stay in touch.
Definitely. But the one plug I definitely want to say, as far as when meeting you out there at the Fireball Tim's Wheels and Waves, I mean that was a fantastic venue. I love doing that, and that happens every third Sunday. So you definitely want to check out Wheels and Waves Malibu, Fireball Tim, and also he's got those coloring books.
Yes, the coloring books. Yes,
a nice plug out there.
That's it.
But yeah.
Well, we appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, man. We're going to be in touch. You guys check out Fireball Malibu vlog. Keep up with Ken Vila in Fireball the third Sunday out in Malibu. Thank you, Ken. You rock.
Thank you, and I love what you guys do, man.
Buku gratitude, brother.
Thanks, man.
Okay. Take care.
All right, we got let's get to Cody before we get to the new car review. Cody, you've been so patient, brother. How are you? Cody, did we? Oh,
I think Cody dropped by accident. Cody, call back. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all good. Cody,
going from one Hot Wheels to another Hot Wheels.
It's all good, man. This is real radio. Cody, we apologize. You were holding for a little bit, but guess what, man? I'll tell you what. I think you're calling for this Steelman, and you call back. I'm going to hold it for you, but you got to call back. 480-655-8870. Big Daddy Wally, AZ Family, Channel 3 every Sunday due to the new car review. What car do we have this week?
Okay, like I said, speaking of Hot Wheels, we had the Big Mac Daddy this last weekend. 2018 Infiniti QX80, their monster SUV, 7-passenger and automatic 4-wheel drive.
Oh, snap.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right. That's a Big Daddy. That's like a full-size.
Oh, yeah. It's full-on full size. Believe me, it was kind of making the transition from that little AMG Mercedes I had the week before.
Well, you see it all, don't you?
To the Queen Mary.
You went from the big steak to the little grape.
Yes. Yeah. It's this thing, let me tell you, the leather in this interior is probably some of the nicest leather, bar none, over the top of Mercedes and other ones that I've been in. This is a nice interior.
So one would be comfortable. What is it? Like the quilted leather you're talking about? Tufted, yeah.
Yeah, like that in the center. But heated and air-conditioned seats. Just a great bunch of technology. This is, how many times Frank, have you been driving down the road and you look in your rearview mirror and either the guy you got sitting in the middle in the back seat's got like a giant sombrero on, or the kids are playing back there or something, and you need to see what's going on behind you, and you can't. Or maybe you got an SUV, maybe you're moving.
So lots of vision.
Yes, okay. Well, now you can't see because all your stuff's behind the mirror. One flick of the switch on the rearview mirror, automatically that mirror becomes an LCD screen using the cameras off the back of the car.
That's incredible there.
Yes, so you can see everything that's going on, and it's got cameras on all four corners. Now, this thing is huge. It's a boat.
I was going to say, this is like a little land yacht, but that's okay if you got big family.
Oh, yeah. So you got that going on. You pull in, how the parking spots have gotten smaller over the years. Everybody's like cheaping out on the parking spots anymore. Well, this thing, because it's got cameras on every four corners, or all four corners, I should say, you can see exactly where you're at. It's like an overhead view going on.
That helps out because I think one of the biggest complaints, and this is huge. In fact, for my wife, for myself even, I those blind spots. So it's nice to see the technology kind of covering that with the camera system. So
especially if you're like backing up, and you're in the driveway and the kid strikes behind you, or the kid,
I got a big family. Can I pull a boat?
Yes.
Okay.
5.6 liter V8, 400 horsepower,
Whoa.
9-speed transmission. So you got like kind of like a granny low, and then you got your ninth gear is pretty much like overdrive. So no matter what you want to do with it, this thing goes, man, and it goes off road.
Yeah, so you can play, guys. You guys,
it's not like a Baja truck.
No, it's not.
Anything,
no, we're not talking about a Jeep Baja, but the 2018 Infiniti QX80 4-wheel drive. Can we talk about where folks may be able to find this?
Absolutely. I shopped around, and let me tell you, I found in a little niche, a little corner out in Mesa, off Superstition Springs Drive right there. If you go back in, it's called Coulter Infiniti.
Okay.
Coulter Infiniti is tucked back in there where you don't see it.
Yeah.
But, dude, they got some smoking deals, and they've got some of the brand new Q50s that just came out from Infiniti that we're going to be seeing soon. I'm getting one in a couple weeks, but I saw it out there first. So if you go out there, that's probably one of the best kept secrets around.
Yeah, well, that's it, guys. That 2018 Infiniti QX80 4-wheel drive.
MSRP on this thing.
What was the cost?
Oh man, okay. $67,850 base model. I had the super throw me down model, all-wheel drive, all-wheel everything. $84,660. So you're going to have to dig deep into your piggy bank. But if you look at it, if you got a family of 7, that's only just about $12,000 a piece.
The way I look at it, my daughter's going to own it. My granddaughter's going to own it. That's
You're an owner.
It sounds like a nice ride. So you guys go check that out. Coulter Infiniti, that 2018 Infiniti QX80. Do we have Cody online? We really got to bring in this gentleman. And Cody, forgive us if you guys are listening. We were just kind of getting in through. Cody, are you there?
Yeah, Frank, I'm here. Don't worry about it.
Listen, brother,
listening to you guys.
I am grateful that you hang in there with us. I have something for you, but I'm not sure. Why are you calling, Cody?
Why am I calling?
I want to hear it, Cody. I want to hear it.
Well, I'm a winner.
You are. Yeah, let's get this. Where we got a little win button right here. Look at us go. Big technology radio guys. Hey, brother, we appreciate you. How long you been listening to the show?
Well, I started listening to Steve, I would say about 4 years ago when I moved to Phoenix. I just happened to catch him on the radio, and I haven't been able to transition to any other regular station since. So,
well, we certainly appreciate you hanging with us. I'm going to have this Steelman Pro. You're really going to like this, brother. This thing is pretty cool. Fits on your head. It lights up. It has different settings. My technicians in the garage use this. It is industrial. We don't work for Steelman, so this was just something we want to send out to you as a gratitude. We'll have it here at the station. Tell a friend about our show. Get on the Wrench Nation Facebook. Cody, you rock, my friend. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Frank. Have a good day.
You guys stay tuned. We got segment 4. We're going to come back to you, and I've got some breaking news. Breaking news on that Uber accident that happened just a few days ago. Stay tuned. Wrench Nation next. Bolt-On Technologies, automotive software solutions. Auto repair shops that have Bolt-On Technologies software provide customer vehicle condition reports, including photos and text, real-time digital reports, multi-point inspections, estimates, and repair information at your fingertips. Info at boltontechnology.com.
88.7 The Pulse, broadcasting live 24/7 from the Hagues CDJR studios. Talk or text anytime. 480-655-8870.
HaguesCJDR.com.
Car talk, car culture, car tips, car music, all that is car. This is Wrench Nation with your hosts, Frank and Steve.
Well, all right, welcome back, you mechanical maniacs. We love you, man. Every week we get together with you Wednesday from 4 to 5. If you are catching this on the podcast, we love you, man. Remember to get on to the podcast. Every Sunday we upload that. We are celebrating just kind of quietly. We're not going too crazy. Of course, I'd love to go crazy, but we want to respectfully not blow anything up in here. This board, and Bree's joining us. Of course, Wally Cahill back in the studio.
And I'm not bored.
You're not. No, that's what we love about you, man.
It's
and
called
of course,
onboarding for a reason, right?
Yeah, onboarding, no doubt about it. Over the past 100 shows, you guys have reached out, and like I said, we try to keep a balance. Not every show is going to be like diehard car care tips. We try to keep a balance, and quite frankly, and maybe this is just my mental block, I just felt like the show, if it's every show is preaching about car talk, I don't know, maybe it's my psychological depression. I don't know. I thought the show would be boring. What do you think? Am I overthinking this?
No, I think we need more car music.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But I wanted to bring you guys a kaleidoscope. Steve, myself, and Wally, of course. Bree normally works the board in the back and handles the calls. We just wanted to keep a nice medley, a smorgasbord of car care, entertainment, empowerment, and really telling the story, from things like being on location at Harley-Davidson, NHRA and the Science of Speed. That was an awesome show. We're going to get to some interviews in a minute on that. The not-so-secret codes of a check engine light. There was a lot of you guys that had said, hey, let's dive in a little bit more of that. Muscle car wars. We even got into the future of the automotive technician. Really, 10 years from now, what's that going to look like? What's the average service bay going to look like?
A laptop.
Yeah. Well, probably some technology. As I promised you on the break, we did have some breaking news. Wally, let's share. Was something just released from Uber, that Uber tragedy?
Yes. As a matter of fact, it just came across the wire, dash cam footage of the accident. Now, I don't know. We haven't seen it. I just saw the alert come across. Hopefully, it's not too graphic. Hopefully, if not.
Yeah, we don't want to watch any graphic.
We don't want to watch that. But the fact is, these things are driving around. I've driven next to them. They do have a driver behind the wheel, but they're doing something other than driving generally, and that's okay. But again, in their defense, dark street, lady crossing in the middle of the block.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
You can only do too many things wrong before it's going to bite you.
Well, why are we showing a dash cam video of some poor lady crossing?
If it bleeds, it leads.
I know. Victims, I just don't like that. I don't know. I know we're all anxious to find out, but why, having a video like that, what if that was my daughter?
Well, like I said, let's see the video first, because it's probably not.
We
that
haven't
graphic.
seen it yet, but there is some of that breaking news. We're going to follow up. What I want to know is the technical data, and we're going to follow this story because I am super anxious to find out what data stream is going to be released in terms of, there are input and output control sensors that work together with these modules, the controlled area network. all communicating with these camera systems. So we are going to jump in. One of the things that you guys really reached out to us, and boy, oh boy, I'm really grateful. And I have Wally Cahill to thank for this. Wally reached out, Kalitta Motorsports, and a few folks from John Force Racing. We thank you for that. And we actually spent some time. Robert Hight, man, 2017 Funny Car Champ.
Class act.
And that was the takeaway. Let's hit up Robert Hight talking about why TV is just no justice. You got to go to the track. Hit it. We have the 2017 Funny Car Champ. Robert Hight is in the house. What is happening, Robert?
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on. But you're right. You know, if you've never been to a race, you've got to get out.
Yeah, you got to get out. He was cut short a little bit there. Wally, isn't that the fact, NHRA, man?
Oh, man. Well, starting at the Phoenix race where we were out there, did that recording with him, John Force blew sky high, wrecked. Okay, that was one. 2 was back in Gainesville, Florida this last weekend during testing when they were still qualifying. 3 was during the race himself. So they're looking around. He's going, okay, we got a problem. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but this old man doesn't like being hit that many times with blow-ups like he's blowing up. And they're not little blow-ups.
No,
they're
these
big,
are
giant ones.
And, of course, we never want to say we go to these races to watch the blow-ups.
Yes, we do.
But it was just, I will tell you guys, definitely highly promote you guys going out to an NHRA gig, whether it's Pomona in California here, at the track.
Oh, Vegas next weekend, new 4-wide track. They're running 4 wide, so it's 40,000 horsepower racing simultaneously.
Wally, we need to get there.
We can do it.
We're going to get there. I promise you guys listening, we're going to get there. We're going to live stream. We're going to video. We want to take you on that journey. 4 lanes of, how much? That would be 40,000 horsepower?
40,000 horsepower. Wrap your legs around that.
Yeah, so I want to play Robert Hight again. We've got, again, on the theme of you young gals out there, don't give up on your dream if you want to wrench on cars. Let's hit Robert Hight. He talks about younger female junior dragsters. Hit it.
My daughter, she's 13 years old, and she's racing junior dragsters, okay? She's been racing junior dragsters since she was 8 years old. So she, at 13 years old, is way ahead of Dad. I didn't start driving a race car until I was in my 30s. I started as a mechanic, started working on the race cars, and then John gave me an opportunity to drive. So kids these days have it made. I mean, they can get into a junior dragster and work their way up, come up super comp dragsters, then go into the alcohol classes, and then, nitro or pro stock. So I spent last weekend in Irwindale with my daughter, and I can't believe these kids and the competitiveness. I mean, if you don't go out there and cut 20 or better light and run within 100th of your index, you're going home.
Yeah, it's competitive that way, and these kids are starting young, and that's why I tell you guys all the time, parents, listen up. Listen up. Get these kids out of these digital devices. Take them to a go-kart
track.
Go, absolutely.
Yeah. Octane Raceway.
We tell you, there isn't a show that there isn't some sort of local car show, or as Ken Vila said, if you're out at Disney, you want to hang and you want to go to the museum, the Auto Drive Museum with Hot Wheels, these kids, I guarantee you, will be turned around once they get hooked. So, of course, that was Robert Hight, legendary 2017 Funny Car Champ. And I think we got a little bit of weird automotive news coming out your way. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I had to dig deep on this one, people. I don't know if this technology's coming, but Goodyear just rolled out a moss-filled tire. Yes, people, the green moss, the stuff that grows on the trees. They released that moss-filled tire that releases oxygen. They're trying to get Big Daddy Green with this. Apparently, this Oxygene is what they're calling the release, and it features a unique open structure in which a heat-resistant moss is encouraged to grow inside the sidewall thanks to smart tread design. I don't know, Wally. That's way too deep on tires for me. That's a little bit of your weird auto news. That's by our friends at Autoblog. You can catch more of that. And boy, oh boy, man, this hour goes by quick. I am buku grateful on behalf of Wally Cahill, AZ Family Channel 3, Bree and Steve Gross and myself. You guys are incredible. Get on to iTunes, man. We'd love to hear your comments. Give us a little thumbs up or thumbs down. Your show topic ideas are greatly needed. We love you for that. And don't forget to get on to Facebook and Wrench Nation. We keep the conversation going. And as I tell you every week, man, be safe, hug each other, and never forget to hug a mechanic.